I am flesh, I am bone, I am haunted by a soul. I am peace, I am war, I am standing at your door. Yeah, I turn away, I look at my car, that won't get me far.
All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Another edition of Flying with the Monkeys. I got Mr. Moondog here.
Hello, hello.
Dan's hanging out with us tonight. He's not flying. Draco's working, so he may show up in the chat later. Maybe in the Discord. Maybe not. Tonight we are flying from, we're doing a VA flight from SPIM to SPHO. Where in the world is that, Moondog?
It's Peru, but I'm not going to try and pronounce and butcher the names.
Fair enough. We're flying a Airbus A321 for the first time for me. Have you flown this one?
I think I flew it maybe once, but it's still a very likelihood that I crash it.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that you crash before I do.
Well, you know there's a real good chance I'll crash it. I crash most airliners we fly, so.
Yeah.
And it is the in-game one.
Yeah. I mean, the Boeing 757 is still asking for forgiveness for crashing it so much.
Right. So
Well,
if you're wondering why we're flying a plane we've never flown, it's because it's required for the VA flight that we fly. Actually, it's at a Airbus 318, was it?
319.
319, but this
is a comparable replacement that
they allow. So
yeah. Well, let's see here. I guess we can.
Are you ready to start the flight on the Macars?
Yeah. And then hit unpause, and to be honest, we're going to do the sort of the cheat and do Control E.
Heck yeah.
Because I don't know the startup plan for this. Now, I know there is Aviation and Andrew would both be able to walk us completely through it.
That's all right.
But, yeah.
Got engine 1 up, I think.
Yeah, I've got engine 1
I'll
also.
Be right back
engine
real quick.
2 starting. Yep. Engine 2 is starting. Oh, the right button. We're doing IFR, so let's do request.
IFR? Idiot flight request?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lima clearance delivery, Airbus Zulu, India.
Bring chat up.
119.7. Squawk 4724.
They give you 12,000.
No, it gave me 8, but yeah.
He gave me the finger.
It gave you the finger?
Golf cleared to IX
Oh, that's right, Dan.
Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain.
We only
2000.
know that it's giving the finger because it's scared of you.
7. Squawk 4724.
Yeah.
Airbus Zulu India Golf. Read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9.
1. Sorry. And 1,000. And
Oh, come on.
flaps.
Easy Doc, are you trolling me already?
Probably.
Holy.
Oops, hit the wrong.
Well, it is really hard to find that adjustment for the altitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, did you figure out where it's at exactly?
It's on the bottom half of the dial. On the top of the dial. Same with the vertical speed.
I mean, it'll blip there for a second, but it won't stay there where I can adjust
Yeah.
it. Oh, it's gonna be a long deal here. Can't do that, dog.
What's that?
I can't seem to find that spot.
Well, as long as you hit sort of like
Okay.
when you're looking at it, it's like the bottom left corner, and I've got like the minus sign, but I'm just scrolling it whatever I need to
Yeah.
get.
Okay, let's ask if we can taxi.
All right.
Ground. Airbus Zulu
I have
India
no
Golf.
taxi, so let's do it.
Taxi IFR.
Push back.
Zulu India Golf. Taxi to and hold short of runway 15 via taxiway Foxtrot 1 Foxtrot Alpha. Contact tower on 118.11 ready. Taxiing hold short runway 15 via taxiway Foxtrot 1 Foxtrot Alpha. Airbus Zulu India Golf.
And I'm betting I have to do, yeah. Now Zeke's down that way at the end of the terminal down there. So he's probably going to have to just flip around and go up and make a right and head down. Oh, you know what? The only thing I forgot to do, turn on Restream's chat. There we go.
Alright, gonna push back. Although I didn't check the lights here.
Now let's see here. Can I do this?
see,
Taxi. All the lights are on except, well, strobe, right? I need flight director on for the auto thrust work.
pushing back. Oh yeah, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Where was that one? Well, mine's on already. Hey Eduardo, welcome to the stream.
All right, taxi. You know what? Taxiing is the quick or the long lead up to the takeoff and then the crash.
Yeah, right.
All right. Yeah, that way. Cheat and do the cheat lines here.
I cheat on lines all the time.
You cheat on lines all the time? Okay.
So my niece got a cat today.
Okay, is that good or bad?
Oh no, it's a cute little shit. It's 6 weeks old.
Oh, well, that's a kitten. Is it litter box trained or?
I bet they're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah.
But my mom's Chihuahua tries to kill it.
That was the next question. Okay, so it's in danger for its life by a Chihuahua.
It'll take him a bit. He's having just as hard time as I am, you know.
Okay.
I feel bad for the little guy.
My wife actually trained the kitten, potty trained the kitten pretty easy. Something with locking it in the room with the litter box and showing it how to dig in the litter box.
Hmm.
And it now does it, but because we have 3 cats, we have like 2 litter boxes sitting beside each other. The kitten will actually bury a hole in one side, use that side, and while doing that, dig in the other box. Just
Cats are
having
weird.
fun now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
My
far the
wife-
flight's going good.
Yeah, we're just taxiing down to the end of this runway here.
Yeah, taxiing's working out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm almost at the end here. Sorry that it's not any more exciting than taxiing at the moment, but we'll get there.
You got to taxi before you can crash.
Yeah, we'll get to the takeoff, and then that's when it gets exciting. Hopefully, we get to the dull part where we're just flying at altitude.
I guess we should probably do some flaps, huh, for takeoff. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I was just waiting until I got up this way.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remind myself is what I was doing there.
Yeah. I don't know what flap level we need in this thing.
Couple clicks.
I'm thinking a couple. I just don't know how many a couple is.
Well, a couple is usually 2.
Right.
A few would be 3.
Or 3.
Or yeah, okay. I meant as in was a couple enough? Was that 5%, 15%?
Oh.
Quick, someone wake up aviation and ask him.
Are you up here already?
I'm at the end.
Don't have to wake him up. He's playing policeman or something.
Oh, okay.
Do you see me?
I don't see on the on the taxiway anywhere.
Let me check my join here.
Did you go to 15?
That's it. Where did it send me? Yeah, hold short of 15.
Okay.
Let me get in and out of join here since I did my internet. Now I'm right behind you.
Yep, there you are. Yep.
You know, you're talking about litter boxes. My rabbit uses one.
Oh, really? I've heard you can train them to do that.
All right. So we're here.
But don't tell my daughter that.
Is that the reason why you don't want to get her the rabbit?
Well, no, we don't need any more damn pets. She wants a cat, actually, now. I may have told her that at one time. Hey, there's aviation. We were just talking about you. Did you see what we're flying?
Air short buses?
Yeah, we are.
Or what we're gonna crash?
All right.
So you just turned your landing lights on.
Yep.
Probably a good idea, huh?
So aviation for takeoff. 2 clicks on flaps or 3? Make it quick, cause I'm lining up.
I'm going
What's
with
the worst
2.
that can? I'm going with 2. What's the worst that can happen? Yep, that's your cue, Dan. We're going right to the crash scene.
How far will one engine take us? All the way to the scene of the crash.
Come on.
Oh, he says
Auto thrust.
one setting on the flaps.
One.
enough.
All right. Well,
One is the lone. No.
why is auto thrust not working on this thing?
Well, because you're sitting on the ground.
No, I didn't have it turned on.
Or that.
Hey, I haven't
Hey,
flown
Andrew.
this thing, right? You've got everyone in your chat.
Or 2 flaps, aviation said.
All right.
You let me know how 1 goes, and if it sucks, I'll do 2.
Well, I had it at 3, so I backed it off. So
Anybody got 4?
I don't know. Rotate.
Forgot to ask for permission.
Lima Tower, Airbus.
1 seems to be okay.
Ready for IFR departure, runway 15. Airbus Zulu India Golf.
Did you set the altimeter? Do you know what it is?
2988.
2988.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 15. Airbus Zulu India Golf.
I'll have to wait and see if I can do it later this week or something.
All-
You can probably figure out something.
3 and 4s for landing. Aviation says.
Well, so that may come back. No.
Acknowledge handoff. Yes, thank you.
Alright, I think I remembered everything. Flight director, be ready to autopilot, auto throttles over there. Go.
rotate, V2.
Airbus Zulu.
Gear up.
Golf. Contact Lima departure on 119.7. Going to 119.7. Airbus Zulu India Golf. Lima departure, Airbus Zulu India Golf is at 2,800, climbing 12,000.
Is your auto throttle working?
Lima departure,
Doesn't seem to be.
2988. Airbus Zulu India Golf, turn left heading 145, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 12,000.
Heading 145.
Turn left heading 145, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 12,000. Airbus Zulu India Golf.
Oh, I'm not. What do I got to be on to do heading? What do you?
If you click on the
Heading button,
the top
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
button, yeah.
Going to 124.0.
Turn left heading
Airbus
left.
Zulu India Golf. La Palmas approach. Airbus Zulu India Golf is climbing.
Yep, well, I beat you to the crash.
Already?
Yep.
You flew a 172? Fly a C-172?
You know you're in an Airbus, right? Yes, I know I'm in an Airbus.
What did you do?
Well, I know it's not really an Airbus there, BP. Because it's now a pile of aluminum and
Oh, you got BP trolling you now?
yeah.
What did you do to crash it?
I didn't have the auto thrust on, and guess what? I full throttle because I was actually getting ready to stall, and I gave it thrust.
Oh, speed hold
I
switch
crashed it.
on. There we go.
Yeah. So I gotta reset this.
You got to push on
Send
the
all
knob.
complaints.
Well, I know why BP's trolling me, because he wants them vital few points that he's going to get for watching the stream.
Well, that's alright, I might be crashing here. Oh no,
Okay.
I'm climbing again.
You're climbing again. Okay.
I wasn't.
All the way
you
to
got
the apex.
I wasn't. You got to click on the knobs.
Yeah.
I wasn't as low as I thought I was. Oh, okay. I was doing fine.
BP's flying a Beaver in Alaska. Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
I didn't know you could fly those.
He's flying a Beaver at the moment in there. Actually, I'm watching you on YouTube, so no points anyway. Okay. Well, then in that case, because you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to deduct 10 points from you.
128.1 for Airbus Zulu India Golf. Lima Center, Airbus Zulu India
Back
Golf
down
is
to
at
flight level that
9,400, climbing 12,000. Airbus
Flight
Zulu
level
India Golf,
23.5
Center,
and
Roger. Altimeter 2988.
Now, if he's flying a Beaver, does that tail give him the lift and all that?
I don't know.
Shut
No.
up.
10,000.
You knew he was going to come in here just because.
Just because it's BP.
Yeah. Yeah, we were giving him crap, so now he's going to come in here and give it back.
Doing some FS economy, trying to make some money so I can buy my own plane.
Okay.
And since I like Alaska so much, and this is where I want my base to be, I figure let's fly around here.
Makes sense.
into these friggin' water airstrips that aren't real. You just sort of land near them. Practicing my navigation.
See, it's not just jump in a plane and fly. There's practice. There's repeat
course
flights. There's repeat flights. There's repeat flights.
Of course there is.
There's repeat crashes,
Before-
repeat crashes.
Repeat crashes. Yeah. Well, he's actually got airtime. He's probably not crashing nearly as much as well. And to be honest, I've yet
Those-
to crash a lot. I tend to just rip wings apart, and then it becomes a crash.
Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to help you with that Airbus, but I don't know nothing about the default one. So
Yeah. Well, it's as we were. It's because it's a VA flight. It's a destination of the month one time, and it's like they go, you can fly the Fairchild or you can fly an Airbus. Well, I'm not paying for either one, so
no, absolutely not.
for one flight. So this is better than the Dash 8 that I had to fly. So
ugh. It couldn't be any worse.
no. So all right. We have.
Well, this is a
Amazon.
default Beaver that I'm flying right now because I can't decide if I want to buy one or not. Well, it's actually the decision is made for me this month anyway. But
Right.
Oh, stupid knobs in this plane.
Airbus 2 India Golf.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta fly this thing. Like you get so used to being able to get the yoke out of the way in things, right? And you know, with FS Economy, it's like any other VA. You start on, well, in this case, in the water. Nothing started, right? But you can't move the yoke to get to the damn switches. Thank God for Easy Dock.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
Airbus 2 India Golf. Please
Well, I know one thing. I flew that the Beechcraft 350 that I got from
Yeah,
BP, and
the
it,
Milpins one. That thing is, that thing's all right.
Alright, I tell you what, for a default plane, this thing's a pain in the ass. Like, just even trying to roll the knobs.
Please expedite your climb to flight level
Yeah.
190.
Like, I just can't find the spots.
Oh, this has got the worst heading bug I've ever seen in this Beaver. Like, it's not, you expect it to be on the knob, but it's not. It's like an inch above the knob. And of course, with Easy Dock, every time the plane moves, your whole horizon moves, right? So it keeps moving. I had to turn it off so I could friggin' turn the knobs.
is that the Beaver one where you adjust the number of degrees that you want to turn, and then it matches that way? No, this
It
stuff
doesn't
will-
have an actual bug. Like, it doesn't have the little marker, right?
Yeah.
You just sort of guess. And of course, me being blind, I'm like, I got Easy Dock, like my face pressed up against the heading indicator going, all right, I want to fly at this heading. I can't see it. So I've got a view that literally that takes the heading takes up the whole screen because I'm that close to it. Because I just can't see it.
Oh, good for you, aviation.
Bombardier Golf Quebec.
Little stuff like this is, you know. And I looked at the Aerosoft Beaver, which is really nice, and then Milviz just came out with their Beaver, but they're like $60. I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. I don't have that kind of money.
Do
So.
I have what I need? I think I do. Let's call these clearance again, and yeah.
All right, thanks for the sub, pilot SKCX. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in for the crashing simulator.
I don't want to hear it. You haven't crashed yet.
Oh, well, I haven't tried to land yet. I don't have a problem taking off in the airliners. It's putting them on the ground.
And we're like going to cruise down to there. What's our time? Close enough.
So you have a old Orbix or something, right? BP, didn't you say? Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind then.
Yes.
I was just, they released a new water airport, but
Yeah.
you won't be able to get it then.
No, actually I can. I have the new FTX Central.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that they.
The less said about that, the better. But yeah.
Well, anyhow, that. Oh, thanks for the sub, Frank. Appreciate that. Or for the follow. Got a Twitch follower there.
Yay! Twitch follows.
But yeah, I saw that they released a new sea base or whatever they call them.
Yeah, seaplane base. Yeah, there's. Yeah, you know the funny thing is that I you know, again, this float plane flying is kind of new to me, and you do a lot of it up here. So I decided that I better get used to it and better get good at it. Now, the cool thing about Orbix, like especially this is the South Alaska Orbix scenery, and it's just littered with seaplane bases. And then there's this place called Misty Moorings. Well, it's called Return to Misty Moorings now, and they've been around forever. And they sort of focus on this area down into British Columbia and places like that. And they have a million, and it's all free. The scenery's all free. Little seaplane bases. So yeah, my Orbix is lousy with seaplane bases now. Well, the one I'm flying into, well, not this one, but the one I flew originally. I started these jobs was out of Ketchikan International Seaplane Base, which is really nice. I've never until very recently flown a float plane, so I figure that's a skill that I need to develop.
Yeah, I mean, you've brought the Super Cub down and skied it along with them big float wheels. You might as well actually,
land on water. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I haven't flown the Super Cub in a while. I want to bring the Super Cub up here. There's a ton of little just dirt strips and tiny little, like I'm flying over a ridge right now and I'm thinking, there's an open enough area in between these trees that I could land right there. Like I'm mentally marking places that I want to come back with the Super Cub with.
Airbus 2 India Golf. Did you hear my last transmission? Climb and maintain flight level 220. Airbus 2 India Golf.
Need to make 60 grand so I can get a loan, put a down payment on a plane. Want to know how much I've made since I've been on FS Economy? Not including today.
$2,162.
About a little nearer to 5,000.
All right. Well,
because you got to rent a plane, you got to pay for fuel. The plane owner gets X amount of percentage of the money. So
we were playing around with the
you guys
seaplanes that one night.
Yeah.
Oh, we were just playing around with the seaplanes one night, but yeah, we were doing air hauler.
Yeah, it's funny. I say this all the time, but once you know how to fly, you can fly anything, right? But there's definitely a different technique with these that I've been studying and been practicing. My landings are probably not so bad, but my takeoffs, I don't ever feel like I do it right. Luckily I've done, this is now my 4th leg in this trip. So hopefully by the, next time I take off, I'll feel a little more comfortable with it. I just don't feel like I take off smooth enough. Landing's a landing. You just come down, you make sure you're flared. You don't want to stick the floats in the water, nose first, but. And speed is a different thing with these too. Like you don't gain speed on the water as quick as you do on the land. And it always feels like this plane, especially, it's a pretty heavy plane. It's not all that powerful. So, you can't firewall these throttles. You blow up the engine. So, you get up to about 70 knots or so, 70 miles an hour. And from the time you put the throttle back, you've got that yoke in your stomach. You just pull it back the entire time. That's how you take off in these. And so it's cool. It's fun though. These are all skills that I never developed. So I said, what the hell, let's do it.
Oh.
Andrew,
So
just click on the link, Andrew, and go join. I don't know how to just add you. Once you're in there, I can drop you down, but
Yeah, acknowledge texting too. Moondog, add me on Discord. Okay, hold on.
trying to fly a plane here.
Yeah,
Go
seeing
go
how I
go
I
add
just-
yourself to Discord. Click on the link. It's not hard.
I've taxied before I even got clearance to taxi down here, so
I got in trouble for taxiing too fast.
all right.
Then the taxi ran me over. Wrong guy.
I tell you what, up here, you don't got to deal with any of that. There's no there's no ATC, there's no nothing. It's you in the woods.
Turn left, heading 315.
Yes, acknowledge, yes.
I'm not ready for VATSIM yet, Frank.
Yes, you are. Trust me. Go watch some videos, or better yet, go watch some Twitch streams. And I tell you what, VATSIM lately has gotten so bad. You would probably be one of the better pilots on VATSIM. Guys who can't understand taxi instructions, guys who don't know how to follow a SID, guys who don't know how to follow a star, guys who, I mean, just what the hell are you doing? I started my flight to Dubai the other day on VATSIM, and I was like, I'm coming out of England, you know, only in England for 10 minutes to across the channel, but I'm just like, okay, it'll get better in Germany. And it did for a little while, and then it just got horrible. And I said, fuck it, I'm disconnecting. I don't want to deal with it. You're trying to call, you know, ATC's trying to call you, and 82 people are stepping over each other, talking at the same time. I just like, nah, I'm all set. Well, I guess I better get ready to land this thing.
Are you in there now, Andrew?
Yeah, I think I'm in here now.
All right. We're going. All right. And flaps. Good.
Better make some damn money off this job.
Say that every day.
Well, you know what's funny is, like, I've never done any like sim stuff where money was a thing. Like, we don't
Right.
get paid in our VAs, right? So they thought about instituting a long time ago, and everybody said, no, that's just stupid, don't do it. This is fun, and I really, really enjoy it. And I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I never had any interest in it because they don't really fly jets. But since I've discovered this interest in GA, but I tell you what, it is kind of stressful when you do a trip, and a lot of these trips are really short. I mean, you're doing 5-6 legs in a route, right? And you make a couple $100 every leg, and at the end of a long day of flying, you've made $1,000, and you're like, "Ugh," you know, and a plane, a good plane that you can actually make some money with, you know, you're talking $250,000. So you got to go to one of these finance companies to borrow the money, which is great, but you know, they all want at the minimum of about 60 grand down to lend you $250,000 at $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
So you got to bust your ass for a while to make some money.
We make money in RVA, but I'm not really sure what it's for, what the point is.
Oh, they pay you, yeah.
Well, I think
It might-
the only reason is so you can purchase jump seats,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because
Oh,
like,
you guys have to fly back from wherever you end up.
well, I
Or
don't,
you can continue on from where you landed.
not in
The-
the
the
open
goal is to
division,
keep-
but
yeah.
you might have to in the professional division, and you're supposed to in the historical division, but they have it sort of turned off in the historical division right now.
Oh yeah.
So, because it's a
Yes.
relatively new BA, so
we don't I do. I always fly because see the way BA works is you can fly from anywhere to anywhere. So if you're say like yesterday, the day before yesterday, I flew to Dubai and I didn't want to fly back. I could just book a flight out of Heathrow again or wherever.
Right.
I fly back from wherever I am because we get experience points. Now I have 500,000 experience points or whatever, but it's a nice sort of thing to say. Well, I flew the complete rotation.
Right.
I flew down there. I flew back. So. And that's what you do in real life, so that's...
Now, some of the hardcore guys in the VA, they like when we do these fly-in events, they're like anti-jump seat. So they actually, fly across the world just to get to the area to do this one fly-in event without, multiple flights. Or a lot of them in the forum post where you link your PIREP, they'll post sometimes, I flew from here to here to here to here to here to here to get to here. But they're the ones with tons of hours.
Yeah.
Well, I just broke 1,000 hours on FSX Steam, which is pretty good considering I only switched to it about 6 months ago.
Right.
Full time.
That's
So.
I don't know what I'm at. I hadn't really looked, but
My hours on my VA, I just broke 13. Well, I'm at 13,125 now. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I spent some. Well, I flew for 12 hours yesterday between the VA and this. So, flying's kind of becoming my thing lately.
Becoming? I thought that was
it is, but. Hey, I spent 2.5 hours playing Eco with you guys today, so.
Oh, did you? Oh, you got sucked in.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, can I just say that for the first hour and 30 minutes that I played, I basically built a house that the game didn't recognize as a house. And then for the last, hour I played, I spent building a damn campfire that I couldn't use. Like, what the hell?
That's game logic.
But I got a really good. I just got a whole bunch more land, and it's right on the edge of a forest with a lot of food and stuff. So I'm going to build a house over there. In fact, I was seriously thinking when I finish this. This is my last leg of this route. I seriously thought about jumping in and getting all the wood I need for my new house over there.
I was kind of wishing with the Orbix going on sale that I could get my $30 back on. On Eco now that Orbix is on sale.
Yeah, I saw the Orbix sale. I'm like, well, that's lovely for everybody else.
Well, since I'm doing flight lessons, I'm saving up money.
real flight lessons.
Yeah.
Real good ones.
Yeah.
I spent a fair bit of money on planes over the last couple of months that I need to not spend any more money on.
Yeah, I spent too much on food. I need to keep that for gas so I can get back to work so I can buy food.
So you can buy food, yeah.
Yeah. Cats are going to be looking at us pretty shortly and going, food? I'm going to go, mice?
Don't worry, Kung Pao Chicken, I'll eat you.
How do
I
I
paid my
get...
cable bill yesterday, and I was like, yep, that's that. That's the end of my spare money.
Anyone know what in Peru what where standard changes over to?
It's going to depend on. You got to look it up.
Left heading.
Find it.
045.
Find a chart.
Yeah.
Oh, these stupid.
Hey, at least you know where your airport is. My airport is some indeterminate number in the middle of on a bay somewhere. I just have to guess and say, yeah, that's about right.
What you're really doing is you're flying up to some guy that's decided to live off the grid and he's wanting something that you're dropping off.
Well, no, basically, I think in this leg, I'm taking 2 passengers and I'm literally dropping them off on the edge of the woods. Must be going hunting or something.
Yeah.
I occasionally look at my GPS just to see how far away from it I am, so I know. Because there's no VORs or NDBs out here. It's all friggin'... It's point and shoot, find a reference point and follow it. Now, if I remember... flying out of here. It's in this cove.
Airbus still in hit off. Turn right, heading 0.
So how's everyone's day been?
Good?
07.
Dusty.
Sandy.
Right, heading 0.
No, Dusty.
Airbus 2.
Here's
I cr-
Sandy.
Yeah, well, I might trade that in for what I had to deal with. I created a dust storm in a bathroom. The good thing was it got me time to go and, well, if I smoked, I could go have a smoke break, but I don't, so I got to go sit down and catch up with everyone on Discord at the time.
I just been really busy lately with school and all this stuff.
There it is. I found it. Oh, Orbix actually put a dock on this one. Cool. Ooh, flare. And we're down.
All right.
Alright, I gotta test tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, see you, Aviation. Thanks for
See you,
popping
Yeah.
in.
This quarter coming up, I'm probably not gonna be on at all because it's testing quarter for all the state tests and the OC's black.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you. Bye.
See ya.
Oh, you know what would really help? If you want to be able to steer, if you put your water rudders down. There you go.
Yeah. Actually, I remember Draco having an issue with that.
Yeah.
He had it like full throttle still yet too before he realized what he needed to do, and he was like, because he was trying to get the rudder to turn it, and it just wasn't doing it.
Yeah, the rudder only turned it after a certain speed. I forget too. And then I'm like, why can't I turn? Wow, good parking job, BP. Right at the. Oh, they just have to jump off onto the land and go hunt moose or whatever the hell they're doing up here.
Runway 2.
I do need to shut it off so I can.
Of course, there's no approach. Why would we want one of those?
No, there's no approach down here.
Yeah. Land an Airbus you've never flown before at night on a runway with no approach.
Hey, just do a go around once or twice because it's early morning. Sun may be coming up by the time we, you know. Yes? No?
Oh, I actually made money on that one. $941.
So. Where am I at? I'm there. I don't see Zig. Have you made it to SCO and made your left turn, or?
Yes, I'm on to TOC,
Okay.
and they've got me off of the line,
Off the-
lining me up, sorta. I mean,
Okay,
I'm
'cause I
still at
haven't even-
I'm still at 18,000. You're what?
Because of the crash, I just passed the first VOR.
Right.
So
Well, once I crash, I'll be behind you again. So
it'll just be sort of like a treadmill thing here going on.
yeah. I cooked up my first batch of beer last night and put it in the fermenter. That's exciting.
Okay. And there's no taste in it to know what it will even taste like until after it's set in the fermenter for how long?
2 weeks
2 weeks.
till it goes in the bottle. I guess I could taste it then. It'd be flat though, and then it bottles and goes in the bottles and sits for another 2 weeks.
Then you can open the bottles again during flight night and
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Let's do that.
I hear thunder, Moondog.
Well, that's all right. I think I've.
Oh boy. Wait a minute. Oh, speed. My throttle. Uh-oh. I bet I. You know what? I didn't turn my probe heat on.
Yeah, yes, I hear.
My speed tape on the left-hand side had completely went away.
I'm trying to remember how to use the generic activate. There we go.
Did you turn your probe heat on?
No, I haven't. What I forgot to do is turn on the GPS in the LOC to have it stay on track.
Oh well, yeah, that too.
So
I would I'd recommend your probe heat for when you go through the moisture.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that real quick here.
It's on the if you do your shift 6.
Shift 6. All right.
And it's lower right-hand corner of the overhead panel there.
No, I got the landing gear there. Shift 6. Shift 5. All right.
Oh, okay.
You know, heat, probe heat. Yep, got it.
Hello? Does this finally work?
Yeah,
There you
yes,
are.
that is working.
Oh, Jesus, there we go.
I'm just up here doing circles. Now that I have the correct leg set, because I didn't set that, I hadn't finished any of the legs, so I was headed back to the airport.
Oh, right.
And it's like after you fly something that has, you know, actual FMC and or even a generic one, it's like having one that doesn't have it. It's like, okay, how do I use that GPS thing on the generic? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be on flying with you guys, but I'm studying for midterms right now.
Well, those are important.
Yeah, they kind of are, especially when it's for instrument fundamentals class.
Yeah. Wife's been studying for qualification on a couple of things, and she's doing, she's doing 7 and 8 hours of training classes, and it's like, yeah. And she did she was doing a pre-test today, and I go, well, don't worry. I mean, it's a pre-test. You don't have to do exceptionally well. And she goes, no, I just have to, like, I said, you don't have to get 100%. She goes, yeah, I could get an inferior 99%. That's how she always.
She's that guy.
Yeah.
$2,500.
Yeah, basically like half our test is going to be like
2,500.
memorizing foreign like regulation numbers. Sounds fun.
It just, my minimum's just yelled out 2,500 because I'm right over the top of the mountains, I guess. I'm at
2,500.
I'm at 18,000 supposedly. And of course it's dark and I couldn't even see the mountains.
Airbus India Golf. Turn right, heading 080.
Well, trust me, they're there.
Oh, they're there. I went to the outside view. I saw them.
Turn right,
2,500.
That's why it's actually. I was looking at that. It goes top of descent, and then there's the top of climb again. I'm like, huh? Oh yeah.
India Golf. Turn right, heading 110.
All right. So, if we do a couple of things, housekeeping things here.
Turn right, heading 110. Airbus
Got that.
India Golf.
We got viewers on YouTube. Thank you for viewing on YouTube. We've got Twitch viewers. Okay. Thank you for watching. Myself, because I'm the only one watching there.
That's not true. I'm watching on YouTube.
No, on Twitch.
Oh.
I did disperse the points for the last time when I said if you answered. It was a couple questions there. Travis and Zig had earned bonus points there. Oh, because of the group we're in. BP, I'll give you a shot at this. I'll give you an extra 1,000 Moondog credits here.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
What year did the Nürnberg Ring open?
Oh Christ, it's got to be in the 30s. You're talking about in Nordschleife, the whole thing?
Yes, yes.
It's got to be in the. They were racing Formula One there in the 30s. Most of it was public roads.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact year. I'm going to guess in the 30s.
Maybe give a plus or minus 2 years. How about that?
2 years. I'm lucky I know the 30s, okay? Because that's my guess.
Well, I just watched.
I know we bombed it
this afternoon. That's why I've got it. But
I know we bombed it during World War II, so I know it was there before World War II.
all right. Anyone else?
32?
Okay. Anyone else want to take a guess before I throw out the answer?
1936.
That's probably about close, Dan. Yeah.
Okay. 1927.
Oh, see? Okay. Well, all right. 27, 30. I knew it was there. I knew that it was there during World War II because they had actually built a. I don't know if they made plane parts, if they made planes, but because it was so far out in the middle of nowhere, they thought it was safe, and we found it and bombed the hell out of it. Here's a better question. What was the last year they raced Formula One there?
It changed over from the Formula One to the others in '72, so 71.
No, the actual last
whole, like
the
ring
last
is just the GP part.
No, the Nordschleife, the actual the green belt. Wasn't the very last? Oh, maybe not. I was thinking 1980, but that's I don't think that was the whole Nordschleife actually.
Yeah, because they said when it changed from like the Formula One and all that into its new where it's now for more testing and then the stuff. It was funny that it was started in 27 and it changed over in 72.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they stopped the Formula One before or right after, but there was a period of like almost nothing going on there.
Well, the thing is too is that it didn't really become a testing grounds until
mid 80s, I think.
Yeah, I think something like that because because there's no reason to test regular cars there.
Yeah.
You really only test supercars there.
Yeah,
and then for like it only costs like 21 euros to drive around there too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
no,
worth every-
that's
just show up
exactly
and
what it was. They said
pay your money.
during a certain point, you just pay like your toll as you go through there,
Yeah.
and stuff. And as much as you can do that, and you can rent a vehicle there.
Yep.
I found out you don't want to wreck there
No.
because it affects your insurance. You have to pay for the damages. You have to pay for the tow truck. You have to pay for the ambulance. You have to pay for their downtime.
Sure.
13 to 15,000 euros if you screw up with that 20,000 or 20 euro. You know, I paid to jump on there.
Sure.
And do you happen to know who named it the green? The green.
Wasn't it Jackie Stewart?
Yes, it was.
He knows some stuff. My all-time favorite Formula One driver. Oh, I love him. I learned everything I know about racing from Jackie Stewart. So, watching all his stuff on old videotapes and then on YouTube, and he said he's the guy who says my favorite line in and learning how to race: don't put the throttle down till you know you can keep it there.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I live by that rule. He is Jackie Stewart was always my hero.
So he's probably your favorite driver, and he's a very good driver there. Who's your female driver?
My favorite female driver? I know you think I'm going to say like Sabine Schmidt. To be honest,
you don't think she? Okay, because they were talking to her a lot about.
Well, she's the queen of the ring. I mean, she's been around. She's been around the Nordschleife more times than any other human being.
Yeah.
She's been around there 35,000 times, something like that. She's done as many laps around Nordschleife as we've done trips to the moon and back.
Yeah.
So she is. To be honest, I don't know all that many more female drivers. So yeah, she's pretty good. You know who I used to like a lot back in the day was St. James. I can't think of her first name. She used to race Indy cars, and she used to race everything else. She used to race off-road. She used to race V8 supercars. She used to race everything. She raced in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I knew that.
Is it Susan? Was her first name Susan? Was that it?
Positive.
I know her daughter races now too. She actually raced in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series for a little while, but yeah, Sabine Schmidt. The thing is, everybody knows Sabine Schmidt from Top Gear when she ran the van around.
Yeah. Well, do you know what?
In the same time that Jeremy Clarkson did it in a Jaguar.
Do you know what the first vehicle she ran through there around Nordschleife was?
Must have been wasn't it like her father's pickup truck or something like that?
It was her mother's car.
Yeah.
She took the car, snuck the car, went up there, ran around it, and before they realized that she was 17, didn't have a driver's license, and was in someone else's car, she took off around it.
Turn left, heading 245, descend and maintain 11,000. Expect vectors visual, runway 2, approach. Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Turn left, heading 215.
Oh, good grief.
Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Please acknowledge. Turn left, heading 215. Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Airbus Zulu, your descent is 11,000. India Golf. Turn right, heading 245. Descend and maintain 11,000. Turn right, heading 245. Descend
Sorry, everybody. I had to leave the conversation there. I couldn't focus.
Turn right, heading 280. Turn right, heading 280. Airbus Zulu, India Golf.
They got me just circling the airport here. Not sure what.
2500.
Guess we'll see if we can get down a little closer here. Bringing me right in on top of it again. I'm not sure why. It's our airport right there.
Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Climb and maintain flight level 180.
Really?
Maintain flight level 180. Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Turn left, heading 250. Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Did you copy?
$2,500.
Oh, I'm gonna stall it. Is that what's going on?
Airbus Zulu, India Golf. Did you hear my
Don't
last
sink.
transmission?
1,000.
Don't sink.
10,000 feet.
300.
I crashed it.
You crashed it. Well, see, it's a good thing that I set up a possible flight after this because we're going to do so well on it with the first trip.
Oh, wasn't that just a...
Yeah. Well,
I wish I'd have known you guys are flying Airbuses. I'd have definitely been able to fly an Airbus with you guys.
I know. I would have.
I don't know. It's hard to it's hard to talk you out of anything that has a prop anymore.
I flew 10.5 hours in the 747 yesterday, so.
Hey, Dancer's Channel, welcome to the crashing stream. I'll be right back.
I ripped the wings off of this once
You
already.
will
I
not
may
have
rip.
another crash.
I may rip the wings off still yet again. Hey, I've ripped the wings off of the the Cessna 162, the 182.
The Boeing, this one,
Yeah, I've ripped a
The-
couple of them off.
the
Yeah.
Duke.
No, I have not ripped the wings off the Duke yet.
I thought it was the Duke.
No.
It must have been another
Oh.
Beechcraft then.
Nope, I have not. I've crashed the Duke because I stalled it now, but I have not crashed the King Air either. I've not crashed my King Air. The new King Air that I got, I have crashed it. That's because I was trying to work that freaking autopilot in the FMC thing, and I'm going to have to watch something on how to do that correctly.
You know you can swap over to GPS instead of using heading, right?
I can, but they're directing me, so I'm on a heading and a 75. I'm not on GPS.
Oh, then yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Now that now that you're back there, BP,
Hmm.
have you watched anything on how to set up that FMC and autopilot in that King Air? Because
It is a bit tricky.
yeah,
I haven't really had much of a go with it. I sort of just took off and did some circuits with it to learn how it flies and everything. I haven't seen one for the Milviz, but the Carenado version of that, the 350i, is pretty much the same thing.
yeah,
I mean, it's a regular FMC, you know what I mean? It's an actual FMC.
right. And that's what I was.
It has SIDS and stars and all that. So once you kind of know how to use it, it's
Yeah.
pretty much the same as any other FMC. There's a Carenado 350i tutorial kicking around somewhere.
I've actually got it. I need to sit down and watch it, but watching it while you're driving to work, not the
Well,
time to do it.
Right. Obviously.
Hey, no. Wait a minute. I learned how to fly the other King Air by watching it while driving to work. I did more of a listen to it, so I understood what it was doing, so I knew what to go look for because I knew about where everything was already at.
One thing with that FMC is that you want to get a flight plan from somewhere probably other than FSX. Like all my flight plans come from either PFPX, although to be honest, I don't use that very much anymore. I use Simbrief for pretty much everything now. Simbrief is great. It's free. It's online.
Yeah.
Easy to use.
Macars has it tied in with its stuff, so I've got it. Yeah.
So all you got to do is go to get your flight plan, and then just copy it into the FMC waypoint by waypoint. It doesn't have company routes or anything, so you can't just import it. But
because that's what I did was I went to FSX, did the flight plan, and then I found it on the list and put it on. It looked right, but it just had me going in a circle and nosediving all at the same time.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. We'll have to have a go with it someday. I haven't. Like I said, I literally got it. I took off with it. I did a bunch of circuits with it and touch and goes and stuff just to learn how it flew and all that, and then didn't do anything with it since. I got that in the vain hope that someday that that BP Air here or whatever I end up naming it takes off, and that plane goes for about $10 million. So clearly not in the budget just yet.
Yeah.
A lot of these GA planes I'm getting are really, now that I'm sort of doing this FS economy thing, are really geared towards that. Like that Beaver, that Aerosoft Beaver is fantastic, but it's kind of old. The Milviz Beaver just came out, and it's really, really good. But again, it's $60, and I'm like, do I want to fly a Beaver? The thing about a Beaver is that it's kind of they're not fast, and it's. I'd rather have a Caravan, which I have, and I've had forever. The Carenado 208B, I've had that forever, and I've flown it about 3 times. I tell you where I want to fly that. I want to fly that in Indonesia. Is where I want to fly that. Or down in Botswana. I tell you what, this weather comes down any lower, I'm going to be walking this load in. Good old Southeast Alaska. Sunny 1 minute, completely overcast the next.
Hey, Draco.
There's no Pappy lights, Moondog, just so you're aware.
No Pappy lights and no. Okay. Well, is there runway lights? Sort of. Okay. Well, you know what? We have.
You're gonna wish you were flying a Fairchild and not an Airbus. How's that?
Okay, we got 25 days still left to try and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow if you guys need help.
Well, that all depends on how long I work tomorrow. As I was telling Zig, I gotta finish pulling out the rest of the tile and stone around the bathtub, and then I gotta pull the bathtub itself out. And that's cast iron. And then I'm pulling out all the appliances out of the kitchen.
Does it have to be a night flight, or is it just the flight you
Yep.
guys pick?
Nope, it's what they. There's 4 flights in it here that the VA has on its books that you can fly. 2 of them are Fairchilds. One is a BAE, and one of them is this. So.
What, the 140, the BAE 146? Is it the 146, the little city jet one?
I think so.
That's a good little plane.
Well,
Oh, I wish I had a yoke right now. My arm gets sore from fucking holding this joystick.
Zig's been talking about wanting the a yoke instead of a joystick.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really considering selling my Warthog and getting a yoke. Almost everything I fly is a yoke plane, so it just makes sense.
Yeah.
What kind of Orbix issue do you have going on, Draco?
Oh,
Only knows.
he's got it loading to C drive instead of D drive. And it's like a 1 a quantity and 2 a not where it should be issue. I was talking to Roy there, Draco, and double check and make sure Steam is supposed to be putting everything on your D drive and using D drive, because that could be the issue.
Oh, come on, weather.
Did we
31
just
miles.
did we just figure out that that's going on? Like, when did that happen?
When he got new stuff from Orbix and it
Oh, like
not putting in the right spot.
with
Yeah.
the sale?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to hear about this Orbix sale no more.
I won't say another word.
Okay, 16,000. That's getting pretty
Okay.
close to.
Start flight. Try it again. Where's my other, put that window back up. That window.
Okay, under no circumstances am I climbing, so looks like I'm gonna have to descend. Get out of this weather.
I don't think your altimeter is set, Ronald.
Okay.
All right, I've got multiple things going on here that I need to be dealing with. This needs to be coming down. Not that much.
You know, from all you guys with your not having your stuff on your C drive issues, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to put stuff on anything other than a C drive.
I only have a C drive.
Well,
so
that's all I have too, but Moondog's
If I
had
ever-
issues with his not C drive, and Draco's having issues with his not C drive. I'm pretty much just going to stick with the C drive, I think.
if I build this new computer and it's going to have the 2 M.2 drives and then the one hard drive, and I don't know that I've ever had now the Abacus had 2 drives on it, but the only thing that was on the other drive was my recovery and my operating system. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to apportion all this stuff if I do build the new computer. I just know I don't want it to not be able to find shit because it's not where it thinks it's supposed to be or whatever.
Right.
I don't have a lot of experience with multiple drives, so like the Abacus, I wasn't allowed to put anything on the other drive. It was for recovery and for the operating system. If I tried to put anything over there, it told me no. Oh, this weather though, come on. You want to fly in Alaska, this is what you get.
Come on.
Well, clearly Steam
Okay,
doesn't
I
think
found
that,
I
Draco.
found the airport. It's
Or-
underneath.
Orbix.
Oh. All right.
I gotta descend. Shit.
Lima clearance delivery. Airbus Zulu India Golf ready to copy IFR clearance to Ayacucho. Airbus Zulu India Golf is cleared to Ayacucho
Come on.
Airport as
Yeah,
filed.
fuel elevation's at like 9,000, just FYI.
Yeah. Yeah.
Departure frequency is 119.7, squawk 5201.
Are you flying into Tin Cotton? Is that where you're flying into?
I don't think so.
Airbus Zulu India Golf.
You know what?
cleared to
Yes.
Ayacucho Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 10,000. Departure on 119.7, squawk 5201.
Speed's at 200.
Airbus Zulu India Golf, read back correct.
I don't know where I can start doing flaps to slow this thing down.
Below 250.
Below
That's
250.
gear. Notch 1 for flaps is at 220. Gear is at 150.
Okay, so I'm under 200, so I can do like flaps 1. Yeah.
180 is flaps 3, and then 175 full.
Oh, okay, Fred Durst. Fred Durst just
You got-
popped in and said, I wish people still listen to my music.
Oh.
Well, if you weren't such a fucking tool bag, maybe. I've been waiting 10 years to say that. Thanks for stopping in. See, now that at least that's clever. I don't mind a clever troll.
What is that freaking noise?
You can't go gear, you can't go flaps 2 without gear down.
Well, I'm not at
Or-
flaps 2, I'm at flaps 1.
Okay.
But I think I'm too low to the ground, and that's the issue.
Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Hey, Fred Durst, welcome to the stream. we were
Keep
we were
rolling.
just talking
He
about
did
you
it
the
all
other
for the
night.
nookie.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 15 using taxiway Foxtrot.
I know y'all be loving this shit right here. LIMP. Biscuit is right here. I gotta descend again. Oh god. This weather.
Damn it.
Climb and maintain, descend and maintain.
Oh, of course, it's in a little channel somewhere. Of course it is. All right.
This might be
Who knew?
a bad situation.
Who knew Fred Durst was into Flight Sim?
You know, it'd be hilarious if it was actually Fred Durst,
Right?
who's just got who's working at a convenience store somewhere. And's got absolutely nothing to do right now.
He's on
Sitting
his
on his
phone. Well, I would hope to think if he was smart with his money and he wouldn't have to be working at a
What Rockstar smart with their money.
There's been one or two, but
It's all for the hookers and stuff.
How the hell am I supposed to land in? Jesus Christ. have to come in the other way. All right, very good.
I'm taxiing again, Moondog.
Yay!
Got to be getting pretty good at it by now.
Yeah. Let me know when you see when you have the airport inside, Moondog.
I had, well, I didn't have it in sight. They said, let us know when you have the airport in sight. While I was still trying to descend, and then guess what?
You were on
The only
top of
time I
it.
hit it in sight, I was looking around and I'm like, oh, it's there below me.
Yeah, it looks like that road.
Yeah.
Now what are you doing? Don't listen to them.
Yeah, well.
That they crashed me. That was part of the problem.
Yeah, he's in a right turn descent right now.
They had me doing like this spiral descent. Brought me in perpendicular to the runway and then said, climb back to 18,000 feet.
It wouldn't be a Moondog flight if I didn't have sync rate shut up.
And then I forgot to speed back up and stalled it out. Trying to fly straight up in the air like a space shuttle.
Oh, so this airport is literally on the other side of this freaking mountain here.
You sure that's not Tin Cotton? Because it sounds like it. One of the
It might
hardest
be.
approaches in the world.
It's like SPHO.
It's in Peru?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's in Peru.
Oh. Tin Cotton is in Colombia, I think, isn't it?
The
It's on top of a mountain anyway. That much I know.
You know what? Let's just take control of this thing. Let's fly the plane.
Fly the plane.
Seatbelts are on. Passengers can just deal with it.
Probably slow down to 170-ish.
I'm working on it. Oh, you're gonna tell me that's the airport right there.
Yeah. Right there.
Yep.
Richter.
All right. It's not a Phenom. It's not a Beechcraft. But we're gonna make it fly.
All right,
Out
that
for a second.
flight director zone. Okay. Tower.
Lima Tower, Airbus Zulu India Golf, ready to go. Runway 15, IFR to Ayacucho. Airbus Zulu India Golf, cleared for takeoff. Runway 15. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 15, Airbus Zulu India Golf.
You're cleared for takeoff again.
We've only done it twice.
I've only done it once. We're on number 2.
Yeah. I've done it twice. And I'm trying not to do it a third time. Full right rudder, what, 30, 40 degrees right turn. Trying to loop around. Speed's about 150.
Here we go.
Should be an airport here. Recognizable and right there. Yes, right there. There's the pappy lights too.
You found
Flaps. Yeah.
it? I didn't see no pappy lights. Did you swing around the other
B1.
way?
Rotate. V2.
I'm pulling up. We're planning this thing. Shush. We're planning it or we're crashing it. One of the two.
Gear up.
Airbus 2 is to be at off. Contact team on departure on 119.7. Going to 119.7.
Oh, it's not on the runway. Ah, dang it. I was trying to pull the reversers on. Damn it.
Oh, what? That's it. I'm done.
Well, so am I. Crashed it.
I don't even know what I did there. Did I overspeed it, maybe?
Possibly, because that's what I did the first time.
You go back to flying some real airplanes. Got to find a. Need to find a. What was the other one? Starts with an F. Fairlane? No.
Fairchild.
Fairchild.
Gear down.
Walker.
Is there a Fairchild in the deep? Oh, I don't know actually.
No. All right. Flight and flight.
Wow, is that narrow?
You know what? What do we have that we can jump out of Festus?
What?
What do we have? What planes do we have that we can fly out of or into Festus?
The Miss Kitty.
No, actually the ones 182 there from the A2A one.
We could do
probably
that.
Just so that we can go. We flew a plane, we took off, we landed.
No guarantee of that.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Takeoffs are optional, landings are mandatory.
yeah. Well. So.
Wow. I gotta land in this little channel. Okay. Very good.
Welcome to bush flying, VP.
Oh yeah.
No. What's that one in St. Louis that's the in town there? Not the KSUS one, but the other one, the other smaller one.
You guys want to give me 5 minutes to land this plane? I'll join you.
KCPS?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, Moondog, which one that would be.
The one
That's,
north?
you know, the city one. The city one. You've got the international one, but I'm talking the one that's in town there. Just a
Yeah.
small plane to place to take off.
KCPS? Kilo Charlie Papa Sierra?
We've only flown out of either the International or KSUS.
St. Louis downtown, KCPS. He was right.
I didn't know there was one.
Although that's in Illinois. Not. Well, that's right.
Yeah, it should be. Because the only other one that's small is KALN, which is just north of St. Louis International.
Which one do you want to do? The downtown one or the KALN? To KALN.
ALN is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Civic International. Or actually, Civic Memorial is what it is.
Yeah, it's actually calling it Alton, St. Louis.
Alton in Illinois.
Okay. St. Louis Regional.
What is it? What's the
KALN.
Kilo Alpha.
That's not going to be a very long flight.
I figured something that we could take off, land, and not crash.
I mean, that's going to be like, I mean, hell, you can drive there in 40 minutes.
I flew from Akron or Canton Akron Airport, which is down by me, to Akron Fulton Airport, which is in Akron, next to actually the Goodyear headquarters and all that. It's a 20-minute drive and it says a 9-minute flight, but by the time you take off, loop around, get onto approach and land, it ends up being 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would do that flight, but yeah, that's. And FSX is KFES.
Of course it is. Well, this is going to be interesting.
We should have,
Yeah, it says flight time 21 minutes. Unless there's another suggestion. Someone want to throw out a suggestion?
yeah,
Anything better?
KCGI.
KCGI.
KBJC.
Wait a minute. As for taking off or land?
Landing.
Okay.
Wow, this is small.
KCJI. Chippewa County International.
What? No.
Oh, here, I got you. I got 2 airports, one to take off and go to.
KCGI would be Cape Girardeau.
KAPA.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to KJ. Zig. One last time.
CGI, I think.
KGI. Okay. Yeah. What is that? Find route. That's 50 minutes. Zig's from the area. We'll do that.
Yeah, but my flight's like 15.
Well, no, we don't want that short. We want to do something. We'll do that if we are on later, flying that tomorrow. And if we crash a couple of times, we'll use something for a,
You could check the substitution chart, and I had one in my Pyreps here for a 402C. I don't know what that is. That airplane. I think that's just a.
Is that for this flight here or something? Or?
Well, you could fly from Lambert International to KCGI. And
okay.
that would be actually. Well, we don't have to do that. I don't know what the substitution line is for that though, and I gotta pee.
All right. All right. Well, we'll just leave it as it is.
We'll just do this one, yeah.
So we'll save that. Yes. We'll change the time though. We'll do 8:30 in the morning. So we have a BP's landing, yes?
Yeah, I'm coming in right now.
Okay. That's the sound of concentration there.
Oh, water rotors. Damn it. Never mind. Hey, there's a dock.
There's a dock?
Good old Orbix.
Okay. You'll enjoy the irony here. You're supposed to be landing on the water. Wouldn't it be funny if it was throwing ground around everything?
Yeah, yeah. that would be interesting.
I mean, it would completely throw you off your rocker and everything. But I'm just saying, with the way it's dealt with you in the last 2 weeks, you know, I would just expect it to be trying to throw ground around it.
They going to KCGI?
KCGI. Yes.
I saw you, Draco. I saw you. Made Fred Durst cry and leave. I think Fred Durst was like Andrew or somebody. That's just trolling. That's just too weird that we were talking about Fred Durst the other day. Just the other. Well,
Yeah.
How long ago was that? BP? A couple days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dan. Dan.
No, it's not.
Because do you think you could make Dan cry and run away? No, I doubt it. Ever.
I'm about to cry. I think my pedals have gone out.
Oh. Well, maybe you can make Dan cry, but not like that. Not by harassing him.
Yeah. I don't know. Today he might have.
Oh, that's right. This is the whole lodge. This is the Yes Bay Lodge. That's cool. Nice.
My stuff's freaking out here.
Of course, I could have. Now, where am I actually supposed to stop here?
See if I can get it to load again.
What did I do? Parking. Anyone watching this remember where I parked at?
Nope.
Yeah, neither do I. Excuse me.
That's awesome. A screenshot of that.
All I know is you're by the South Hangars.
Yeah, I'm thinking I picked 10, but I'm not positive on that.
I think you're right, Draco.
Alright, so this
I'll be your ATC for the flight.
fly live here. Set up.
Forgot to do that.
K8.
Jesus Christ, that fucking flight cost fucking half my fucking pay. Ground crew fee. I didn't land on the ground. Fuck, I gotta pay a ground crew fee for what? For the guy to come up and fucking oar my boat up against the dock? Is that what I gotta pay for?
Docking fees?
Yeah, and then of course because the plane, I moved the plane further away from its home base. That cost me $17.45. Getting $81 in fuel, $70 in ground crew fee, $18 for the distance bonus, $199 to rent the plane. That's Christ. Never gonna make any money. All right. So, all right. Hold on. Let me just get a plane in here and fly with. You do it.
All right, Draco. Thanks for hanging out.
Ah, see you, Draco.
See you, Draco.
Hasta luego. Hasta la Winnebago.
Just close it. Okay.
Alright, so. Parking brake set. Control thing removed. So, this is off, yes. Fuel quantity.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Hold on.
Open.
All right, where are we going?
KALN.
That's where we're starting.
Yes.
What? I thought we were KFES.
Are we starting at Festus? All right. I can change to Festus real quick.
We don't have to. I just.
Festus.
BP had. I was saving Festus if BP is going to fly
Oh.
till we fly into Festus.
Oh,
All right. So okay, and so we're flying from
KALCGI.
Okay, so we're not flying. Can you make up your mind? KALN. St. Louis Regional?
Yes.
Out in St. Louis?
Yes.
Then to Kilo Charlie Golf Indigo.
Real quick.
Cape Girardeau International. All right. Okay. Save. No. Just gonna
Tight out. Stall flat. Is it that? Yeah, stall one.
Derpy derp.
Oh, probably helped fight.
Yeah.
But FS join up. Join up.
Good. Good. Yep. Good. Fuel. Good. There.
Sit here for a while.
Right there. That's that check.
That was just in Alaska.
Okay.